This is the SBE Sidebander V AM and SSB ham radio, CB radio. This is a very rare radio. You don't see too many of those. It was manufactured in the 80s. Late 70s, early 80s, I would say. It was a pretty expensive radio, which is probably the reason why you don't see too many around. It works quite well. It's a good little radio. It's not very big. It has a very nice feeling channel switch. He's a little bit wide. We got some propagation today. It's quite a mess. Single sideband now. Works quite well. The radio has a scan feature. I'll show that to you. You can stop it by pressing this button. Works quite nice.
By RF Unlimited. That seems to be a good mic. I had that one.
Radio has volume control, RF gain, a squelch, and a clarifier. Mode switch, amplitude modulation, upper sideband, lower sideband. We got a PA CB switch, noise blinker on off, and we got channel 9 off. And then of course we got the scan buttons. This starts the scan and this stops it again. Nice little radio. We will show you the transmitter modulation. For that purpose we have a ham radio at 27375, which is channel 37. Switch over to the dummy load. Alright. And let's see how that works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're now in lower sideband. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The power the radio puts out is a little bit more than 14 watts, so the radio is unmodified. The radio is not modified. I have left it in stock condition. Let's try the upper sideband. Gotta change that here as well. Upper sideband. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Upper sideband. Upper sideband modulation sounds pretty good. We're still at 14 watts. 14 watts. And of course we want to try amplitude modulation. Amplitude modulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amplitude modulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That works quite well. The other way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amplitude modulation from the ham radio. Let's try that also on sideband. Let's try that on sideband as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sideband from the ham radio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That works well. Go back to the antenna.
I had like 3 people gunning for that radio. It was kind of funny all day long, but nobody was making a move on it. And then finally...
single sideband in this radio, the receiver is just unbelievably good. SBE, the name already says it, sideband engineers. They were the top of the line brand in the days. And the Sidebander V was basically their top of the line mobile transceiver. There is also a Console 5, which is the same radio, but it is a base station. But the chassis is identical. And both radios were highly sought after. And not cheap. They were very expensive in the days. And that's the reason why they still work so well. They were designed well. They can still compete with anything that's on the market today. This particular one is in excellent condition. As you see, the mobile bracket is included, original mobile bracket. I'm using it as a stand right now. And of course there is the typical SBE microphone. They also were a notch above all the others. A good modulation begins with the microphone, and SBE understood that. Nice little radio. The SBE Sidebander V AM upper sideband, lower sideband, 40 channel CB radio with scan. One of the better radios made in the days. Thank you for watching this video.
Firemen and cops and everything, and looking for people to take early retirement because they're so damn broke they just can't afford to pay them all. Yeah, Lockport's, Mayor Tucker screwed Lockport up pretty bad. I told everybody that that would happen, but nobody wanted to listen. You know, he used to work at Harrison's with my parents, man, and he was a shiesty SOB, man. He had a fucking gambling ring going out there and all kinds of crap. Te oito puro óbidos, no la chapa, me da capaz.